All right, no intro, no outro, just straight fire. All right, back on another trading day on this Tuesday. As you can see, you see a lot of markings on my chart because I actually signed into my broker account so y'all could see that I am actually taking the trades I say I am taking. As you can see, I'm in one, two, three positions for EU. My broker of choice again is Oanda. Why? Because they're regulated in the United States. Um, and also GU. So I accidentally fumbled the bag and closed out this position right here. It kind of pissed me off, but I'm gonna break down this trade right here that I'm currently in as well, for Great British Pound USD. All right, so let's get into it. First things first, I've been holding sell since Friday. Uh, Again, had to change of character, got in at 50% of this range. Boom, price hit me in. Cool, boom. So in that trade is right here, up 44.7 pips. All right. Then Monday came around, and with Monday, same thing, right? Boom, price broke Asia's highs right here. Had to change of character, entered in on the change of character, writing that sucker down, right? All right, now on this Tuesday, now I know some people are gonna say, why didn't you take the buys? And I'm gonna break that down for you right quick. All right, how I like to trade, right, is mostly like order flow. The order flow, if I go to the 1 hour, I'm gonna show it to you two ways. Oh, and before anyone try to talk crap, this is a Oanda live account. You can see it right here. Boom. An Oanda live account. We don't do demo around here. So boom. Order flow for EU is like sales, right? So being the fact that I was already in a sell position on Friday and then I got into a sell position on Monday, my bias is still going to be sells because there's nothing here indicating that I'm going to need to go take buys. I'm going to tell you why. It all comes down to pretty much, risk to reward. If I had to close out this position right here to get into some buys, the risk reward will not be worth it. So if you looked at my previous videos, my non-negotiable is a minimum of 3%. I cannot get 3% aiming for the previous day's high, which is right here, right? This gives me a solid 2.45%, give or take. Granted, I could aim for the 50%, but even then, the 50% didn't hit me in, right? Before I had a sweep of Asia's highs. So, being the fact that I seen higher time frames order flow, right, which was, let me get into this real quick. Sells, right, for those who like trend lines, for me, this does not entice me, right, to go for buys. Now, not saying that you couldn't have gone for short-term buys because as you can see, the trade didn't even play out. Like, even with entering in at, the change of character and aiming for previous day's highs, I would have taken a negative 1% loss because it didn't hit me my minimum of 1 to 3. And that is what I need at a minimum, 1 to 3. So seeing the higher time frame order flow being sells, and being that I was already in two sell positions, one right here, up 44 pips, up 29 pips, and then I'm in another sell position, up 21.4 pips, it was only right to just take sells. As you can see, my entry, my first and second entries creeping up on there, minimum of 3%, which is right here. So from there, I'm going to take half of each position, move my stop loss to break even, and then let it ride. And then my third entries, 3% will be down here, and they'll be, again, like, take half of the position, move my stop loss to break even, and let it ride. My overall take profit is right here at this low, swing low, but there's nothing to say that I might not find, a deeper target like Monday, April 22nd's low, or, these are all potential targets. So as my alerts go off, I'm just taking more partials and moving my moving my take profit, lower and lower to max out the amount of trades. So either one or two things is gonna happen. Either one, I can't take no more partials because I took too many partials to the point where there's no partials to take. Or two, price is gonna just come and liquidate all of this. So it's really just dependent on whichever happens first. So I'm just gonna adjust all of these, put this down here, adjust this, it's down there, and then adjust this, put this down there, adjust that, put this down there. So got those three orders going on. Cool. GU. So GU, I made a mistake once again, closed out this entry. I don't know what I was thinking. Fat fingered my trading screen, but GU, we'll go ahead and delete this. GU, wait, let me go back. Oh, okay, let me adjust this. So for GU, this was my 3%. So as you can see, I took partials, and then before I adjusted it, my stop loss was at break even. Alright, so already know my rule. Once price gets to here, I'm going to take half and then let the rest ride. Once price gets to here, take half, let the rest ride. When price gets to here, take half, let the rest ride. And just continue to find my potential target profits, just to see how far I can stretch this trade. I already secured, a portion of my 3%. So at this point, this trade right here that I'm in that sucker risk free. And again, to break it down again, right? I know some people would have said, oh, you had to change the character to the downside, etc., etc. But higher time frame order flow shows that GU is selling, right? So take the trade for what the trade is, yes, but also make sense of why you're taking it. If, liquidity sweeps the bottom, but it's not really necessarily justified, don't lose a trade or take L's all for the sake of trying to hop in. No, it's okay. Like, what makes the most sense? I have same strategy, but a little different bit set up to where you can trade session per session. I will go into that at another time. But once I explain trading session per session, this right here, right, not taking this trade will make a whole lot more sense, right? Not taking this trade will make a whole lot more sense. But that's another video for a different time. So again, no intro, no outro, just straight fire.